What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about Rian Johnson because Rian Johnson can't stop talking, and I'm convinced at this point that this dude is trolling. He has to be trolling us because he's just on it, man, and it's hilarious. Obviously, I'm in a different place than I normally am. I'm doing some rearranging to everything going on because we're getting ready to start streaming here very, very soon. So I'm really excited to start doing that and interacting with all of you a little more on live streams. And I don't have my Star Wars hat. Most of you, I'm an Alabama fan. I was born in Alabama. Most of the people that don't like me want to call me a redneck. I guess because of my accent, I don't know, but whatever. This will just help you out with that one, like it hurts my feelings. Anyway, and I do have an announcement to make at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. I won't waste your time in the beginning. So, Rian Johnson. This is why we don't stop talking about The Last Jedi. Because he won't stop. He won't stop with the pot shots on Twitter. He won't stop name calling. He's now making claims to heroic Hollywood. And I'm just like, man, this guy, it's almost like he's just sitting around and he's just like, you know what? These guys want to complain about me. I'm just going to give them more material. And if that's what he's doing, I guess I can respect that. But I just don't, man. I mean, we've seen Zack Snyder go through this. We've seen other filmmakers, M. Night Shyamalan, Michael Bay. Rian Johnson is just, it seems like he's incredibly thin-skinned. And so, I don't know. But let's jump into it. And I don't know if this came directly from Heroic Hollywood, but this is the link someone sent me. And it says, Rian Johnson's got a quote. And I'm going to touch on this and get into the details of this. So he says, there were death threats. It's balanced by a few things. 90% of the stuff I got online was not only lovely and encouraging, but phenomenally thoughtful. Fans would send me essays on the movie. The other 10% is just loud and gets amplified. At first, I was freaked out, but then I realized the things people were angry about are the things I'm most proud of. So, let's jump into this for a few minutes here. Okay. I have addressed the death threats and the physical harm comments being made here on our channel. We're not going to tolerate that, and I stand by that. Now, let's give a little context to that. Number one, nothing offends me, so really don't give a shit about any of that. But I do own a business and a website, and I'm very proud of this YouTube channel and how it's grown in the past few months, and I'm taking that seriously. So I don't want our comments fluttered with bullshit, and that's just how it's going to be, and you need to deal with that. Now, as far as the other comments he made where he talked about that the things he's most proud of are the things that the people are most upset about. What is this guy doing? What are you doing? I don't understand what his logic is. His claim that he's only received 90%, that he's received only 10% negativity and 90% positivity, I don't believe that for 1 second. All I'll say, though, is as someone that has just recently gotten this YouTube channel going, I think I would say I've received like 98, 99% positive comments and tweets and everything. But those 1 or 2%, they do stick out, and you're human, and you can only be so immune to it before it bothers you. I don't know. I mean, there's no way he's only received 90% positivity and 10% negativity, because we've all seen it all over the place. Just the other day, as a matter of fact, I'm going to pull this up while I'm thinking about it. Just the other day, I saw something from Dan Murrell of Screen Junkies. And he tweeted something about the Honest trailer. That, remember the Screen Junkies had the Honest trailer, and he tweeted this thing where he said, let me find it, I'm sorry. Let's see. He says, after 5+ years working on Honest trailers, I've never seen a response like we've gotten with The Last Jedi trailer. Not just disliking the film, but the hatred some of them have. I just want to find some of these folks and show them how big the world is. There's so much more. First, the last part, he can fuck off with that. Like, I mean, it's stop acting like that people that are critical of a movie and that talk about a movie all day long don't know how big the world is. This is what you do for a living. So why don't you figure out how big the world is? Do you know how many people make fun of people like him and like me that just sit on YouTube and talk about movies and video games? I can't stand when people take this moral superiority stance. But let's get back onto the part where he said, now, Dan Murrell has clearly been entrenched in the internet, a massive platform on the internet. And I like Dan. I've never met Dan, but I like him. I've always liked Screen Junkies. And so he's been on this platform for 5 years. Screen Junkies is massive. And he's saying in the 5 years that he has worked with Honest Trailers and Screen Junkies, he's never seen anything like the hatred for The Last Jedi. So if you really want to believe that Rian Johnson has only received 10% hate, go ahead and believe it. Obviously, I have no way to prove it, but I think that logic and common sense would tell you that's not the case at all. So I just, it's kind of funny. The whole thing is kind of funny, but I just have to say, I think that he's probably masking some things. I think he's probably trying to make up for the insecurities that it has caused him. He's a human being, and while I don't like the way he carries himself, and I don't like any of the stuff he's been doing and saying, I just, it is what it is, man. So I don't know. That's all I got to say about it. I just, I don't know why he continues to pour fuel on the fire. It's really, really strange, and I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not going to put him on a couch because I have no idea, but it just seems very strange that here we are, what are we now, 4 months removed from the movie nearly, and this guy's still taking shots at the fans, and it just blows my mind. I can't understand it, and I don't know why he continues to do this, but he does, and I don't know, but I'm not going to stop talking about it as long as they're not going to stop talking about it. So I appreciate the tweets. I appreciate the emails. You guys have a great day. I look forward to these gaming streams. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to hear a lot of us interacting and having some really good discussions. Basically, how I'm going to do it is it's basically going to be like a podcast format where we're going to talk about topics while playing the game. And I'm not a good multitasker. I have ADD, so I'm going to be sucking at the game while we're covering cool topics. But I think that's going to be a cool formula. And I'll be on camera, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, now I've got a really cool announcement to make. So I'm going to pause this video, and I'm going to be back with some really cool details for Geeks and Gamers in the future. So stand by. Okay, so I've got a really exciting announcement. So as a lot of you know that follow the channel, I went to Memphis, Tennessee a few weeks ago. I was actually invited to Memphis, Tennessee by a convention coordinator. And I'm very, very happy to announce that Geeks and Gamers will be representing at the Memphis Fantasy and Comic Convention at Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee. So I spent the weekend with Joe, who's the convention coordinator, and he invited me up, and we got to tour the area there at Graceland, and I've never been to Graceland, and it was incredible to be there. I'm not going to claim to be a big Elvis fan, but obviously Elvis is a legend. And so it was just really amazing to be there and see that property and everything like that. But they are doing this Memphis Fantasy and Comic Convention at the guest house at Graceland, and it takes place at the Graceland Hotel. It's absolutely gorgeous there. It's themed to Elvis. We have a lot of space there. We have a full auditorium like a movie theater. We're going to have all types of things set up. There's still some details we're going to have to work out, but I'm going to leave all the information in the description below. But this is really exciting. I can tell you that Geeks and Gamers will be there. Myself and several members of our team will be there. I can tell you that we will have a panel. I can tell you that we will have a booth set up with all of our t-shirts and merchandise. I can tell you that we are potentially going to be running a video game tournament, and I'm still working the details out on that, but I'm super excited for it. I really can't wait, and I'm humbled that he reached out to me. I drove up there, spent the weekend, and beautiful, beautiful property. right there at Graceland, a worldwide tourist destination, and it's super exciting. So I'm going to drop all of the comments, all of the stuff in the comments below, and I look forward to everyone reaching out to me. I'll give you full information if you need it. And then also Joe, the convention coordinator, he also did a rewrite of episode 8. And I think this is really cool. So I'm going to link that also, and it's on his YouTube channel. And he's trying, now I'm not saying this is going to happen, but he's trying to get Mark Hamill involved in this convention in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to give it a shot. And I can't wait. So check all of this information out. Thank you guys very much for the support. Your support is what's helping us get into opportunities like this with the Memphis Fantasy and Comic Convention at Graceland, and so many other opportunities have presented themselves. I've just got to start making some decisions about how we're going to operate and what things we're going to move forward on, but your support means the world to me, and I'm humble and I'm honored and I appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.